Tonight, Pullman announces a change in bus schedules due to the holiday weekend.
And Valentine's Day is tomorrow. We've got the scoop on ideas for you and your loved ones. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Lucy Fasano.
And I'm Asher Line. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
According to the Daily Evergreen, Pullman Transit will have to reduce hours in running on community service for most bus routes this upcoming Monday due to President's Day. Pullman Transit dispatcher Tony Tompis said Saturday and Sunday will be a normal weekend. (5 p.m.) Community Express will also be running during this time. Residents have been wondering about the $30 car tab measure that was recently approved. According to the KLEW, a King County Superior Court judge rejected most of the legal argument that I-976 was unconstitutional. However, Judge Marshall Ferguson reserved ruling on two issues: whether the initiative impairs the contracting authority of the city of Burien, and whether a requirement that a car valuations are based on Kelley Blue Book's values illegally favors a private company. Officials said the measure would gut transportation budgets. That means I-976 remains on hold pending further arguments. The car tab measure is not in effect.
The Washington State Auditor's Office found that Washington State University employees were responsible for the misappropriation of thousands of dollars between August 2014 and February 2019. In a report published Monday, the Auditor's Office wrote that the university initiated an investigation into 4 cases of employees misreporting time worked and leave of absence used. WSU officials said they will, quote, continue ongoing efforts to seek restitution from the employees identified in these investigations.
The ASWSU Judicial Board decided to allow 2 new members on its executive staff without Senate confirmation during its Wednesday meeting. A decision that came after a bylaws hearing on January 31st. The hearing examined appointing Jawan Jackson and Eric Martinez to the executive staff was constitutional, even though they both were not confirmed by the Senate, according to an Evergreen article. The board recommends both Jackson and Martinez to serve as interim deputy directors of communication until the Senate confirms them. The family
of a WSU Pullman student who was hit by a car while traveling home for Thanksgiving is asking for help in funding his rehabilitation care. 19-year-old Kyle Osborne suffered hemorrhages as well as internal and external bleeding following the accident. He's currently in a comatose state and has undergone several surgeries and suffered 2 strokes. A GoFundMe that was set up after his accident has raised more than $128,000 of its $500,000 goal. You can donate on GoFundMe under Prayers for Kyle. Pullman police continue to search for the Hennessy bandit. The department thought they had identified their suspect caught stealing liquor from Sunset Mart, but announced via Twitter today that they are still searching. If you recognize the man in this photo here, please contact Officer Chamberlain at Pullman PD.
An investigation is underway into a deadly crash on Old Spiral Highway. According to the Nez Perce County Sheriff's Office at 2:22 p.m. Wednesday, deputies and Lewiston medics were dispatched to the scene just north of Sutton Salvage. Deputies found a car on its side in the ditch. The driver's identity will not be released until the next kin is notified. The Washington flavored vape ban has been lifted, but other states are still against vaping companies. Massachusetts has filed a lawsuit against the leading e-cigarette company Juul. According to the CNN lawsuit, alleges Juul hiring young models for an ad campaign sought to run on websites aimed at children. It is Black History Month. The WSU Black Student Union is celebrating with events spanning all through February. There is free Zumba class tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. at the Rec Center called the 1 Billion Rising. The weekend continues with the Visionaries Inspiring Black Student Conference, also known as VIBES, the 14th through the 16th. More information about all upcoming events can be found on the university website under the African American Student Center. Murrow News 8 has followed the coronavirus for weeks now. We've got information on the virus coming up.
And find out which Democratic presidential candidate will be in Tacoma on Monday when Murrow News 8 returns. Welcome back to Murrow News 8. According to NPR, one province of China has expanded how it screens for the coronavirus, which has added thousands of new cases. The new screening method looks for patients who exhibit the symptoms of the disease caused by the coronavirus. In Hubei, where the majority of the infections are, there have been 9 times as many reports from yesterday to today.
Downtown Missoula was put in on lockdown yesterday after a suspected gunshot blew out the back window of a police car. Police officers shut down 8 blocks in the heart of downtown for several hours. By the end of the day, police had no suspect or physical description of the shooter. The lockdown was lifted by late afternoon and the investigation is still ongoing. According to the NPR Senate,
According to the NPR, the Senate approved legislation that limits the president's war powers against Iran. The vote was 55 to 45, with 8 Republicans joining all Democrats to pass the measure. The measure still allows the president to order strikes in case of self-defense.
Senator Bernie Sanders leads the Democratic primary race thus far. Sanders came out successful in New Hampshire and won, with Pete Buttigieg following close behind. According to Como 4 News, Sanders will be in Tacoma on Monday to host a rally at the Tacoma Dome. This is Sanders' first visit to Washington State during the 2020 campaign. Brisk weather we're having, right, Asher?
That's right, Lucy. Let's hear from Promise with weather.
All right, guys, so we're going to get into the weather today. We're going to start with today's weather. Today was a little bit about the calm before the storm. It was a little bit sunny today, but we're going to slowly get into some rain later today. We have a high of 42 and a low of 37. We started with our sunrise, at 6:56 a.m. this morning, and our sun will be setting around 5:10. We had wind up to 13 miles per hour, so, it was a little bit windy, but it'll be windier tomorrow. So let's get into tomorrow's weather. So for tomorrow, we have a high of 45 and a low of 32. It's going to be partly cloudy, and we're probably going to be expecting a little bit of snow later in that day as well. The sun will rise tomorrow around 6:54 a.m., and it will go down around 6. Okay, going back to our state map. In Seattle, we're going to have a little bit of rain too, and we're also going to see a little bit of rain in in Olympia as well, and then also some wind happening in Yakima. And then if we go across the pass over here this way, we have the Tri-Cities too are a little bit windy, and as well for Spokane and Pullman. Also still a little bit cold with the low 30s and then higher 40s during the day. Going into our 5-day forecast, we have partly cloudy for tomorrow, and like I said earlier, a little bit of snow going on that night. And then Saturday, we have a little snow-rain mixture going on. And then here is the forecast for the rest of your week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Coming up, it's a busy weekend for WSU sports.
Sports with Jane McDonald when Murrow News 8 returns.
Let me tell you about the toughest guy on earth. He does the work of 2 jobs, but only gets paid for one. He's tough enough to feed the man that gave him a lifetime of nourishment. He has the crazy strength to lift the man that raised him up without even flinching. That's right. New employee of the month bonus check here. This guy, no, this boy, will always be by his father's side, even if his dad will hardly remember. Good luck finding a gym to train for that. If this guy isn't the toughest guy on the planet, then I don't know who is. Caregiving is tougher than tough. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back to Murrow News 8. I'm Jane McDonald, and after winning the Apple Cup, the men's basketball team are down in LA to take on the Bruins. UCLA is currently ranked number 5 in the Pac-12. The Cougs are trailing at number 9, but with both teams coming off of a win, tonight could be a fun matchup. The game will begin at 8 o'clock tonight. Our track and field team is down in New Mexico today, taking on the Lobos at the Don Kirby Elite Invitational. The Cougs have been competing since 2:30 today, and results and standings will be posted as the events finish. Now taking a look a little more nationally, the Houston Astro third baseman Alex Bregman apologized on behalf of the team for stealing catcher signs back in 2017. According to the Washington Post, the team used cameras to zoom in on the catchers so the batters could anticipate what kind of throw was coming their way. At a news conference today, Bregman went on to say, "We as a team are totally focused on moving forward to the 2020 season." We have got a lot of sports for tomorrow, starting with baseball season. Yes, baseball season begins tomorrow, and the excitement could not be overstated. The Cougs have a new coach and some new recruits. The game starts at 6 p.m. in Bakersfield, and the Apple Cup for track and field is tomorrow in Seattle. The meet will begin with the women's weight throw at 2:30 and will continue with the order of events throughout the afternoon. Well, that was a quick look at WSU and professional sports. A lot of exciting games coming up to round out the week. Back to you at the desk.
We've got some ideas on how to spend your Valentine's Day.
Find out how when Murrow News 8 returns.
1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother, you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, the boss's boss. If 1 in 3 adults has pre-diabetes, that means it could be you, your barber, your barber's barber.
Nice work. Thanks.
You, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse.
Yes.
You, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. Or you, your co-pilot, your co-pilot's co-pilot. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand.
Welcome back to Murrow News 8. Valentine's Day is tomorrow, but the show starts today. The Regional Theater of Palouse will host the showing of the musical show titled She Loves Me. The show has been described as a warm romantic comedy with an endearing innocence and a touch of old-world elegance. This hit musical will show from February 13th to the 23rd. You can find the specific showtimes on moscowchamber.com. The general admission price is $20 and the youth price is $12.
Happy Galentine's Day, everyone. Happening now, participants can go celebrate with your favorite gal pals with a bit of wine tasting at the Brells Ford WSU Visitor Center. The event started at 5 and goes until 8 tonight. Tickets cost $30 for anyone 21 and up, but if you are not 21, still come celebrate, and your ticket in is $15. Thank you for watching tonight. Be sure to watch our newscast at nwpb.org/MN8 and on Cable 8 at 7 and 10.
Don't forget, you can also follow Murrow News 8 on Facebook and Twitter.
Have a good night.